What is up you guys? Welcome to Tech Rewind Fridays, and for today, pag-uusapan natin ang Samsung Note 10 Plus. Because a few months ago, nilabas na ni Samsung yung S21 lineup niya and sumagi sa isipan ko kung kaya pa rin ni Samsung Note 10 Plus na sumabay sa current flagship ni Samsung. And in this video, hindi ko na masyadong tutuunan ng pansin yung specs ng phone na ito kasi sure naman ako na marami na kayong napanood na videos about this phone. And ang main purpose naman ng video natin for today is to determine kung karapat-dapat pa rin bang consider ang Samsung Note 10 Plus in 2021. But if you need, here are the quick specs of the Samsung Note 10 Plus. So ayun na nga guys, nakita niyo naman yung specs ng phone na ito, and let's go straight to the pros and cons of this phone. Start with the pros. Isa sa mga pros ng phone na ito ay ang kanyang 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED display na capable din sa HDR10+. And for me, isa talaga to sa mga main points kung bakit dapat mo i-consider ang pagbili ng Samsung Note 10 Plus. Napakalinaw, maganda, at naka 2K resolution pa, which is something that most flagship phones lang ang meron today. And for me, this is something to look for when buying a phone. Kasi ito yung most used part ng phone mo. And dito ka din palagi nakatingin. So for me, you should really take this into consideration. So, second pros ko sa phone na ito ay yung internals niya o yung processor nito. I got this phone from Smart, so this means na naka-Exynos 9825 siya. Kasi sa US lang nilabas yung Qualcomm Snapdragon variant ng phone na ito, na Qualcomm Snapdragon 855. Is the top processor of this time. Pero don't worry, yung Exynos 9825 and Snapdragon 855 are almost the same lang. Yun nga, napakaganda ng performance ng phone nito, lalo na sa gaming. Kayang-kaya nito ang mga current AAA games ngayon sa Play Store like Call of Duty, Mobile Legends, Genshin Impact, and NBA 2K20 na walang lag whatsoever. Sa mga games na ito na nabanggit ko, ay halos dito ay kayang i-max out ang settings puwer lang sa Mobile Legends. Kasi for some reason, hanggang high settings lang yung available sa phone ito. Which is odd kasi yung CODM ay kayang i-max settings tapos yung ML hindi. Now, let's move on to the third pros of this phone. So, ang third pros natin ay ang speakers. Samsung Note 10 Plus are equipped with Dolby Atmos speakers, which is very good and napakalakas ng speakers na to ng Samsung Note 10 Plus. Comparing sa iPhone and Xiaomi counterparts nito, the best pa rin ang speakers ng Samsung Note 10 Plus. Probably the best speakers that I ever use on a phone kasi napakalakas nito. Whenever I'm outside, I can still music and videos. I can still watch videos even if I'm outside. So, as much as I want na madagdagan yung pros ng phone na ito ng Samsung Note 10 Plus, pero yan lang talaga yung nakita kong pros ng almost 3 months of use and experience ko using this phone. Now, let's go to the cons or the deal breakers ng phone na ito. Probably kung bibili ka ng phone na ito ay makabili ka ng second hand or refurbished na. This means na hindi ganon kaganda yung battery quality ng phone na ito kasi over time, nagde-deteriorate na yung battery ng kahit anong phone. Just like in iPhones, kita-kita naman natin na over time, bumababa talaga yung battery health ng iPhone and mabilis na siya malobat. Just like yung dati kong cellphone na iPhone 6. Hindi ako makalabas ng bahay dati nang walang dalang power bank. And same goes to the Samsung Note 10 Plus. I can only get about 6 hours of use, which can even last you a day in the field. Especially when you're a photographer like me or videographer like me, you cannot go out without a power bank in your bag. Yung 6 hours na yun, naka low settings ka pa, tapos mid pa yung brightness mo. So, you have to keep in mind na kung bibili ka ng Samsung Note 10 Plus na gamit na or second hand, maaring hindi na ganun kaganda yung battery life niya. And second, na hindi ko talaga matiis sa phone na ito ay yung camera. Samsung decided to put a 12 megapixel sensor to this phone, 12 or 16 megapixel sensor to this phone. Kahit na during those times back in 2019 when it was released, 48 megapixel, 64 megapixel, and even 108 megapixel cameras was already a norm for flagship phones. Even in fact, in the Xiaomi Note 7, which is an entry-level phone that has a 48 megapixel camera. And this was released back in January 2019. And the image quality of Samsung cameras really sucks. And it's not only in this phone, but on other Samsung phones too. I don't know why, but most Samsung phones that I ever had my hands on or used makes the image look pale or less sharp, and makes me feel like I'm using a potato when I'm taking pictures. I used to have a Nova 5T or Huawei Nova 5T, and I can pretty much say that the Huawei Nova 5T, which is a way cheaper phone than this, has a better camera and it has a better image processing. So Samsung, if you're watching this, please fix your shit. I don't want to take photos using a freaking potato. Now, just like what I said, this is a deal breaker for me because I'm a photographer and a videographer. That sometimes frustrates me to not get the shots that I wanted in a photo or a video. So, just to wrap things up, just a quick recap. The battery sucks, the camera sucks, but the screen, the performance, and the speakers are the best. For me, I would not recommend this phone to anyone. Just because you can get a pretty decent flagship killer from Xiaomi or other brands like Xiaomi, namely Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro, which is around 23,000 pesos for the base variant, which is a lot better for me if you're looking for a new phone. That's all for today. This is Tech Rewind Fridays. Thank you for watching and peace out.